Hello, welcome back everyone. This is Broken Vapor, aka Night Hughes speaking. You guys already know I had to bring it to you guys. Some grooves, some movement over here. So today we're going to be breaking down by my side, which is probably more so described as like retro kind of funky vibes, kind of disco-ish. And it all began with this beautiful melody right here. But by itself, maybe not enough. Now, you can have all the grooviness, but not have a rhythm still, so you can go with the basic 4 on the floor if you want. And then add some slight variation. Oh yeah. Stay hydrated. The use of effects and the use of risers, downlifters has a lot to do with good transitions and stuff. So these are some effects that I used. And this, perfect. Now, it's not going to be complete unless you add something else to add a little bit of variance. So in order to do that, you go to a counter melody, which I love to do counter melodies. And for this one, I just used a basic square type of lead. So now, a little secret sauce in there is you can always add what is called a slide note, which all you have to do if you're in FL is basically you click on it and you put slide, and it should work for most of them. And that's what gives it that little, if you notice that little, whew, yeah, that's a slide. It adds a nice little touch. For the second chorus, I did end up adding a second counter melody technically, or background little melody, which is very basic. It's just this. It's a muted guitar with effects. But together it would sound like vibes. Now, last but not least, we do have the vocals, which I used an acapella from Cymatics. I'm not going to be singing this, but I did do a technique that I enjoyed, which was basically using a lower octave for the first part, then you combine it with the slightly higher octave, and then that's how you transition into a vocal chop that's going to remain in the higher octave per se, which sounds like this.
We can take our time, we've got forever. We were broken by design, but it's worth the effort. I won't leave you behind. Will you stay by my side?
Now, over here we get into the vocal chop, which I love doing, which you can use the drums or you can use the melody to do it to make sure that it's actually on rhythm, to make sure it sounds like this. Perfection. Absolute perfection. And to wrap up, you just add some effects, filters and risers, downlifters, little swooshes here and there, or envelopes, as you can see at the bottom over here. They add a lot to the track. They give it some personality. Drum transitions over here as well. But yeah, then you end up with something similar to this. So, with that being said, very simple beat. However, it has its own little personality. I'd suggest you keep it simple and then add from there. Obviously, try not to add too much. But yeah, that's By My Side.